United States President Donald Trump has signed 2020 National Defense Authorization Act, authorizing the establishment of Space Force, which would become the sixth branch of the armed force of U.S.
The Space Force will help us deter aggression and control the ultimate high ground. With today's signing, I will proudly appoint General John Raymond, the first Chief of Space Operations, and he will become the very first member of the Space Force, and he will be on the Joint Chiefs. He will be on the Joint Chiefs, which are now expanding by one position. That's a very powerful position. So, General Raymond, congratulations, and thank you for everything you've done.
Space Force would become U.S. youngest military branch and the first new service since the establishment of the U.S. Air Force back in 1947. Quoting John Raymond, the commander of U.S. Space Command and the Air Force Space Command, CNN reported that there are many as 6,000 active duty airmen and civilians currently in the Air Force of Space Command, which will be assigned to Space Force. Quoting John Raymond, the commander of U.S. Space Command and the Air Force Space Command, CNN reported that as many as 16,000 active duty airmen and civilians currently in the Air Force Space Command and will assign to be the Space Force. Though those personnel will not actually become member of the Space Force and remain in the Air Force for the time being, the Space Force would be the part of the Department of the Air Force.